We have crews fanned out along the Outer Banks. We're going to begin our team coverage with 10 on your side's Jason Marks, who is live in Buxton. Jason, how's it look?
Tom, we've already started feeling the effects of Hurricane Arthur as it continues to move up the coast. We've seen some very heavy rain at times, obviously a lot of sustained wind gusts as that storm moves through. Now let's show you some video from about 10 o'clock when we really started to see the rain, and you can see it really just came down. That was that initial rain band that came through, and it lasted for about 15 to 20 minutes, and it was just pouring, and it just kept coming down. Obviously, the big concern here in the Outer Banks is flooding. They're worried about that soundside flooding, as Don just mentioned. Just to let you know exactly what happens, the way those winds blow right now, what happens here, especially in Buxton to Pimlico Sound right here, what happens, that wind pushes all of that water out of the sound, and then as that storm moves up, all of a sudden the wind shifts and that water comes gushing back towards Hatteras Island, and that's where we get that flooding. Now, as far as damage goes, we haven't heard any damage yet. It probably is way too early for that, but I can tell you that this storm is going to move through. It's going to be very dark. We do expect to lose power sometime tonight. Obviously, we hope we don't lose power, but we do expect that to happen. So once that happens, it will be very, very dark. We won't know about damage until the sun comes up. I've talked with officials a short time ago, and they tell me as soon as the sun comes up, probably around 5:45, if it's safe for them to go out, they will start assessing the damage, trying to get a real good read of what has happened here on Hatteras Island throughout the overnight hours. Now back to you guys.
All right, Jason, thank you. We'll check in with you again. Nags Head is also beginning to feel the effects of Hurricane Arthur.
10 on your side's Chris Horn is live there now, and Chris, officials are opening up shelters there, right?
Yeah, they had shelters of last refuge is what they're called, Tom. Just to let you know about current conditions, we're feeling a persistent wind. The only rain we felt, though, the beginning of the feeder bands was only about 25-30 minutes ago, 10 to 11. At 10:50 was the first hint of rain. Right now, not raining at all. You can see the grass behind me, though. A consistent wind going on. Gale force winds are forecast to be here already. So we're still dry here in Nags Head. They had those shelters of last refuge. Not too many people taking advantage of them. At least they weren't when we were there. That was about 9 o'clock. The one we went to was First Flight Middle School. That's in Kill Devil Hills. There's only about 8 people there. There could very well be more people there by now. And we did go out on the main road, 158, people driving north and south, going in and out of businesses around 9 o'clock. And one person, he wanted to get out, though. He was filling his motorhome with gas, and he wanted to get back to Sevierville, Tennessee.
I was hoping to stay till Sunday on the 6th, but of course this hurricane's cut us short here.
What do you fear might happen?
Just a hurricane, you know, flooding and destruction. I just don't want to be part of it. So I'd rather stay safe and be out of it.
Update from emergency management officials is that there will be a curfew in effect for the upper beaches here, including where I am, Nags Head, Kill Devil Hills. It's going to take effect at midnight and then go on, of course, into the wee hours of the morning and into dawn. We have not had any rain, as I mentioned, but we're expecting to get heavy rain any time now because I can see on the radar the feeder bands are coming our way. Live in Nags Head, Chris Horn, 10 on your side.
Certainly see a difference in the wind there now.
Yes,
with this
certainly
shot.
from both areas, too, where Jason is. We'll see more, too, coming up.
Well, North Carolina Governor Pat McCrory spoke about 2 hours ago.
Now that nightfall's here, I hope no one is foolish enough to go out during the dark hours.
He went on to say the National Guard and NCDOT are on standby. There's a curfew in effect right now for Ocracoke Island. It ends tomorrow morning at 8. Let's go live to Highway 12 now. It's the only land route to and from Hatteras Island. Overwash is expected from this storm, and you see from that camera it's difficult to tell because it's wet there. Highway 12 has been washed away in the past when hurricanes blew through. NCDOT says it has equipment and crews ready to respond to Hurricane Arthur. It is encouraging drivers to stay off the roads. Chopper 10 is in the hangar ready to go up tomorrow morning and survey the damage.